Hello everybody and welcome to this week's AVARigs. My name is Wesley, not as always, but as always to my left, I've got a pretty system here. It's an all white build. Everybody knows how I like the whiteout builds, minus, maybe that and that. But nonetheless though, it is essentially an all white build, a whiteout build. But yeah. So let's go ahead and break down what's inside this beautiful Hardline liquid cooling system. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the case, which is halfway taken apart. Don't worry, everything's over there. So it's going to be, you probably guessed it just by looking at it, is going to be the PC11, a PCO11 dynamic from LIAN. For the motherboard, it's going to be an ASUS ROG Crosshair 8 Hero. As for the CPU, is going to be an AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. As for the GPU, it is going to be an RTX 3080 from EVGA. And this one is the XC3 Ultra Gaming Edition. As for the memory, we don't see a lot of Kingston on here. It's typically Corsair. It's what we see a lot of. Actually, now that you mention, we do see a lot of Corsair. I don't see G-Skill or anybody. But this is going to be the Kingston HyperX Fury, the RGB edition. And that is going to be 4 sticks of 8 gigs, equaling out to 32 gigs. And it's going to be clocked at a lovely 3600 megahertz. For the power supply in the back, we have a SEASONIC Prime Ultra Titanium. That's going to be an 80 plus titanium 1000 watt power supply. Alrighty, so now we are going to dive into the liquid cooling components, and we're going to go over the brands, the big key indicators. I could tell you about the tubing, but honestly you might fall asleep, and it's, they're tubes. So let's go ahead and dive into the liquid cooling parts. Alrighty, and for the pump slash reservoir, we are going to have the EKWB EK Quantum Kinetic TBE 200D5 PWM. This is also going to be the DRGB version, and this is going to be the Plex. So for the fittings in this build, the customer decided to go with Bits Power branded fittings. As I've stated before, Bits Power they just make phenomenal fittings. We've never had an issue with them. In the event that anything needs to be torn down, it's easy removal access, and you don't have to worry about leakage. They really do a great job at manufacturing these fittings. And then a last couple things, in terms of fans, we have the QL120 RGB fans from Corsair. These are going to be the IQ versions. And then for storage, we're going to have a Seagate 1 terabyte FireCuda. This is going to be a M.2 SSD. Real solid SSDs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I do greatly appreciate you tuning in to this week's AVARigs. As always, if this is a build that interests you, you have 2 ways of obtaining a hardline liquid cooled build. So number 1 would be going to our website at www.avadirect.com. There is a section for liquid cooled builds, and you can go ahead and put together the hardline or softline build of your dreams. Number 2, which is the preferred method, if this is something new to you, i.e. hardline builds or liquid cooling in general, this option I would recommend most is to reach out to our awesome sales team, and they will hook you up with the best components, everything you would need, and everything to ensure that your first experience, if this is your first experience with liquid cooling builds, actual liquid cooling builds, they will ensure that it is going to be a great experience. So you can reach out to them. All the information will be down below as always. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you are doing well. We hope that you are staying safe in this crazy time, not even a full month into 2021, and it's been a blast. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wesley. This has been AVARigs, and I will catch you next time. you like the PC in this video, be sure to contact our sales team at sales@avadirect.com, or you can head over to our website by clicking on the link in the description below. You can choose from many pre-built options, gaming or workstation based, or use our configurator to build a PC of your dreams. Be sure to click that thumbs up button and subscribe, and don't forget to follow our social media channels at